My own brothers died tragically as well, truth be told.
Episode 7. The Wild Bunch. Juarez.
It was 1868, and me and my older brothers were pulling a tidy profit running cattle into Juarez, Mexico. One night after my brothers retired for the evening, I found a little poker game in a cantina with a couple of cowboys. And I just couldn't lose. I even won an old Spanish coin that had to be 100 years old. Well, I was mighty pleased with myself the next morning as my brothers and I rode for Texas. But before we crossed the border, those cowboys caught up with us. It was Johnny Ringo, Roscoe Bob Bryant, and another asshole named Jim. They wanted their money back and everything else we had, including our lives, as those boys didn't want us coming for them later. Bob put that old Spanish coin in my mouth and said, "I won't have it said that I left you with nothing, boy." Well, those horses bolted, and there we hung as those bastards rode away. The branch finally snapped under the weight of the three of us, but being my older brothers were bigger and heavier, they were already dead.
Wow.
Right then, I swore to myself that I would avenge them. Ringo you know about. But Bob eluded me, until I heard he was riding with the Wild Bunch.
Okay. Looks like we're on a hunt for this guy. Not so great train robbery. Crash train. Some train tracks here. Like we're on a bridge over here. Like we had a serious pile up here, the train crash. Gatling gun here. Alright, let's start this up.
I'd been on their trail for months, ever since they left their hideout in the Bighorn Mountains. Led by Butch Cassidy, they were a loose association of outlaws who robbed banks and trains from Colorado to Montana. Among them was the Sundance Kid, and that murderous hombre I was tracking, Roscoe Bob Bryant.
Were you a part of that giant Pinkerton posse after the Wild Bunch?
No, boy. A circus like that
Looked
would
like something in his story gonna change.
Besides, I wanted Bryant all to myself. I'd heard about a large shipment of gold being transported to Wilcox, Wyoming on the Overland Flyer. I figured the Wild Bunch would likely hit such a treasure, and by God, I figured right.
I should have went up the highway. Huh. Oh well.
They blew the bridge with the intention of forcing the train to stop. Well, I assumed the Wild Bunch was likely in the still intact part of the train high above, so I had no choice but to make my way up through the passenger cars dangling down.
Okay.
I was determined to make that sumbitch Bob pay for what he did to my brothers.
Come on. I thought I was gonna fall just now, huh? What's in here? Oh. A nugget. Whoa. Up this way? Oh, there's the front of the train. Huh. That's weird. How the hell did it get this way? It should have been aiming downwards.
I found the device they used to blow the tracks, so I knew I was headed in the right direction.
What gun is it? They have the sawed-off rifle. Let's try this out.
My ears are still ringing from blowing up that ridge.
What'd you say? I can't hear a goddamn thing.
Well, I made my way off unscathed and came upon a few members of the gang and had no choice but to dispatch them. From there, I had to negotiate an even more precarious route.
Gotta get a revolver.
But first, I would need to get my ass out of there.
Yeah, this revolver is sick. Okay. Got him.
I jumped from the frying pan into the fire as the train was clearly fixing to fall. I had found the gang, but in order to find old Bob, I needed to fight my way forward past a whole passel of desperados.
Sawed-off shotgun.
Outside, inside, any way I could, I made my way towards my prey.
Now you're really pissing me off.
I got you.
Passengers.
It was mostly a freight train, as I recall. There were no passengers aboard that day.
Good shot. Oh, those guys have dual pistols.
As I mentioned before, I am not fond of heights. But I was too busy dodging bullets to worry about falling to my death. Odds were I was likely to die that day anyway. So I was determined to take down as many of those bastards as I could.
See ya.
You can't hide from me.
There's somebody out there. No, I don't need that shotgun. See ya.
Times it was like shooting ducks in a shooting gallery. The only difference is these damn ducks shot back.
Got them all. Alright, let me upgrade something here. Oh. Here. And this. Alright. Next time I'll go over here. Let me see what over here I could upgrade later. Gun blazing trapper. Nope. Street sweeper. Okay. Oh, thunder revolver. Gold. Huh. Thank you. Alright, we gotta go up. Let me look over here one more time. Nothing. I have to go up.
I kept hoping the law would show up and give me a hand.
You mean like that giant Pinkerton posse that I read about? Did they come riding in, guns a-blazing to help?
Probably not, because this story always change up. And the story probably change again.
Help? From the Pinkertons? No, son. I had to fight the Wild Bunch all by my lonesome.
Oh, I
as
know.
usual.
Who the hell is that? He's out of his mind! Is that Silas Green? Got cover! Retreat! Retreat!
Okay, now.
Dang.
Show yourself, coward.
Oh, look him there. How does the guy in the train was shooting at me?
He's killing everybody!
You ain't
He'll
seen
kill
this
us all!
Reload real quick.
Death is coming for you. Hell's gonna hurt you, man.
That guy's tough. Got them all. Wonder what's out here. Nothing. Nothing there either.
My guess is those dime
No one
novels
was
didn't
there.
portray this as it happened, did they? Only a few stragglers
Oh,
were left.
Gatling
I had
gun.
to cut them down pronto if I was going to stay on old Bob's trail.
If you want to live!
There's a lot.
You know who we are!
Dang.
Once I silenced all those guns, I went searching for my nemesis, determined to finally have my justice. But the only survivor who welcomed me was George Flat-Nose Curry.
Who is he?
George Flat-Nose Curry. Some
The
funny
fastest
names.
gun in the gang. Right after Sundance, I mean. And Kid Curry. And maybe Elsie Lay. Though some folks might dispute that.
Got
On
him.
that very same day, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid decided to leave the Wild Bunch behind and decamped for South America.
Hell yeah.
They ended up living down there for many years, but I'm sure you already know all about that.
All right. Well, let's move on to the next chapter.